Elektrifikacija gospodarskih vozil je v polnem teku in ta hip kaže, da bomo v prihodnosti imeli vsaj dva tipa gospodarskih vozil. Po eni strani bodo to dostavniki, ki se bodo vozili praktično samo po mestu, to bodo klasična baterijska vozila, po drugi strani pa bomo imeli dostavnike na dolge proge, tovornjake, kombije, avtobuse, ki bodo večino uporabljali elektriko gorivnih celic. In ta razdelitev nekako temelji na tem, da gospodarske družbe natančno vedo, kakšne so njihove navade, kakšne so njihove potrebe, kakšno vozilo v resnici potrebujejo za svoj posel. Ampak je pa tudi tako, da v poslu mora znati reagirati, da včasih potrebuješ tudi fleksibilno vozilo, ki ti stoji ob strani, kadarkoli se pojavi priložnost. Se pravi, avto pri tem ne sme biti ovira, ne sme biti posel odvisen od tega, ali imaš dani trenutek ti na razpolago ustrezni kombi, da lahko reagiraš na posel. Kot kaže, bomo torej tudi v prihodnosti imeli gospodarska vozila, ki pa bodo fleksibilna. In to bodo, kot kaže, električna vozila z rezervo, kot na primer Transit PHEV. Transit PHEV ni klasični priključni hibrid, pri katerem bi dva različna tipa motorjev poganjala kolesa. Ne, gre za polno električno vozilo, ki ves čas vozi zgolj na elektriko, ampak ima bencinski motor, ki mu služi kot podaljševalnik dosega in ta bencinski motor ves čas deluje v optimalnih pogojih, zato da je poraba in pa seveda emisije, da so kar najnižje.
What a range extender is a 1-liter EcoBoost engine. It's only in one gear and always one mode. This range extender never drives the wheels, so the wheels are always connected only on the electric engine. So the electric engine is driving the vehicle. When the battery is low, it actually starts the range extender and is putting energy into the battery. That's all the range extender is doing. With the battery, you can get up to 56 kilometers, purely electric. But when then the battery is empty and you still have to go further, then the range extender extends the range to up to 500 kilometers. So then you are flexible.
Pri tem je seveda pomembno, da Transit PHEV v ničemer ne zaostaja za svojimi dizelskimi konkurenti. Tukaj zadaj v tem tovornem prostoru je praktično vse povsem enako, kot to že poznajo vsi lastniki današnjih tranzitov. Je pa tale tranzit vendarle nekoliko bolj inteligenten. Predvsem, kar se tiče inteligence, ki je vezana na nemška mesta.
You're driving first of all in the morning outside of the city, so you can use EV later. So the EV later modes means whatever level the battery has at that point in time, for example 80%, it keeps that level. So you are driving with a range extender. That provides the energy for the electric engine. So later, when you are coming into the low emission zone, and either the vehicle then switch automatic to EV now, it still have 80%. So that's the level you can drive within the low emission zone in the city center. And then, of course, sometimes they have to drive on highways because the distance is a bit far. So on the highways, sometimes it's better to say, okay, your batteries only have 20-30%, so go to EV charge. So in that point, when you're driving, the battery will be charged. And it charged until a level of 80%, and once the 80% is reached, it switched then back to normal EV mode, then you drive electric again. 4 weeks ago, in the production of the vehicle, we started to implement a geofence module in the vehicle. So this geofence module is something that where you can have on a map. So every driver who has this vehicle has an app, and on the app you see a map, and you can draw for your own purpose an own geozone if you would like. And geozone means when the vehicle approaches this geozone, the GPS sensor notices that, and then the vehicle switch automatically into the electrical mode. And in the model we have all the low emission zones already installed in there, so the vehicle knows exactly when it enters the low emission zone, it switch automatically to electric mode.
Transit PHEV pa je v resnici prototip. Ja, je že res, ceno ima postavljeno in če ga boste želeli kupiti, vam ga bodo tudi prodali. Ampak v resnici so ga naredili bolj zato, da Fordu zagotavlja pogled v prihodnost mobilnosti, v prihodnost posla in eden od pojmov prihodnosti pa je tudi blockchain.
Blockchain is a technology where you say you can the data going from node to node via blocks, and the blocks are really non-manipulative, so you cannot manipulate the data in the blockchain. So it's safe. We have 10 vehicles on the street. We have 5 municipal companies using each 2 vehicles. So once the vehicle goes into the geozone, we measure how many kilometers in the geozone it's driven electric. So let me say he drives 20 kilometer in the GeoZone Electric today. This 20 kilometer will be then transferred via blockchain into the different nodes. So we communicate to the nodes. This vehicle today has driven 20 kilometer in the GeoZone, purely electric. So we are just using the blockchain to test it on physical vehicles. This is the first test on a Ford global base where we test blockchain on a physical vehicle. This is something we are doing at the moment only with our external partner and with ourselves, just for testing purposes. And maybe in future projects we might take also other external partner into the blockchain, then change it to an open blockchain, open ecosystem.